Hello everyone, myself Vikramjit Singh, lecturer Mechanical Engineering Department from Thapar Polytechnic College, Patiala. Today we will discuss about limits and fits. This is a topic of machine drawing subject and we will discuss about the limits and fits. So let's start. A large number of simple to complex components are manufactured day to day. On the basic requirement of these component is that it must be manufactured according to specified size. But practically, it is impossible to make anything according to exact size due to many reasons such as human error, machine error, inaccuracy, variation in properties of material, lack of sophisticated measuring instruments. Therefore, the variations which can be tolerated in the size of component are always given, and these variations permitted in the size of component are called tolerance. It depends upon place where these tolerated products are used. For example, a component used in jet plane require high accuracy, therefore very small tolerance is permitted in this size. On the other hand, a component used in bicycle requires more tolerance in their size. Therefore, the tolerance of any component can be varies according to the degree of accuracy. The main of this to study about the various aspects of limits, fits and tolerances so that to manufacture more accurate size of the components. First of all, we will discuss limits. The two extreme possible sizes between which the actual size is contained are called limits. These are two limits in a dimension, a maximum limit and a minimum limit. As in the figure you can see the zero line here. This is the upper deviation, this one. This is the lower deviation. And this is the tolerance, this one here. Tolerance is the difference between maximum limit of size minus minimum limit of size. So let's discuss the maximum limit. The maximum size indicated by a tolerance dimension are called maximum limit, and the minimum limit size indicated by a tolerance dimension are called minimum limit. So in this figure you can see this is the shaft here having minimum diameter 59.94 and maximum 59.96, and hole is minimum diameter is 60 and maximum is 60.02. So the limits for the shaft are 59.96 mm and 59.94, and for the holes are 60 and 60.02. So these are the limits which is for the shaft, that is 59.94 and 59.96, and in the case of hole this is 60.00 and 60.02. Now coming to next, that is the tolerance. The amount of variation permitted in size of component is called tolerance. It is the difference between maximum limit to the minimum limit of size. So mathematically we can say that the tolerance is maximum limit of size minus minimum limit of size. As in the figure you can see that this is the shaft which have minimum diameter of 59.98 and maximum 60.02, and this is the hole, minimum diameter is 60 0.00 and maximum 60.02. So shaft can be say that 60 plus minus 0.02. 0.02 is the tolerance. So let's discuss with the example. First of all, we have calculate the tolerance for 60 plus minus 0.02. Here we have to find out the tolerance for this. First of all, basic size is 60. This is the basic size, and plus minus point, this is the deviations tolerance, you can say. So upper deviation is 0.02. Here is a symbol of plus minus. That means this is the plus 0.02 upper deviation and minus 0.02 is lower deviation. So first of all, we discuss the upper deviation, that is in the case of plus 0.02. So maximum limit of size is 60 plus 0.02, 60.02 mm. And coming to next, that is the lower deviation, that is lower means minus, that is the same minus 0.02. So minimum limit of size is 60 minus lower deviation, that is minus 0.02. So we have 59.98 the minimum limit size, and the 60.02 is maximum limit of size. So tolerance is already we discussed that the tolerance is equal to maximum limit of size minus minimum limit of size. So we calculate here 60.02 minus 59.98, and the tolerance is there 0.04 mm. This is the tolerance. Now coming to next, that is the types of tolerance. There are generally two types of tolerance, that is unilateral tolerance and bilateral tolerance. First of all, we will discuss unilateral tolerance. A unilateral tolerance is one which allows the variation in only one direction, either plus or minus, from a design size. As you can see that in this case, this is only giving the tolerance in one direction, in the lower direction, lower upper deviation. This is a minus. So this range from 25.00 to 24.965. That is only in the one direction, that is in the lower deviation sides. And in the case of bilateral tolerance is one which allows the variation in both direction, plus and minus, from a design size. As in the figure you can see that this is the in the both plus size and minus size also there. So in case the upper limit is 25.50 mm and the lower limit is 24.80 and the tolerance is 0.70 mm, and in this case the tolerance is 0.03 mm. So next, that is we have some definitions concerning tolerance and limit system. First of all, size. A number expressing the numerical value of a length in a particular unit is called size. And next is actual size. The size of component after it is made is called actual size. So basically size is a theoretical value and the actual size is a real value. Next is limits of size. The maximum and minimum sizes indicated by a tolerance dimension are called limits of size. Next is maximum limit of size. The maximum size indicated by a tolerance dimension is called maximum limit of size. That is the upper deviation. That is the maximum limit in a size that you can't go beyond that. And next is minimum limit of size. The minimum size indicated by a tolerance dimension is called minimum limit of size. And in the same case, you cannot go below that limit of size. Next is nominal size. The size referred to as a matter of convenience is called nominal size. It is a close approximation to a standard size without any specified tolerance, is used for the purpose of general identification. Next is basic size. Basic size is this. Here. This is the low upper deviation. This is the lower deviation. This is the shaft. This is the minimum dia and this is the maximum dia. And in the case of hole, this is the maximum dia of a hole and minimum dia of a hole. Now next, that is the basic size. The size on which the dimensional deviations are given is called basic size. In other words, we can say that it is the nominal dimension from which all the variations are made. Next is zero line. The line from which the deviations are referred is called a zero line. This one here is the zero line here. It is a line of zero deviation and represent the basic size. By convention, when the zero line is drawn horizontally, positive deviations are shown above and negative deviations are shown below it. Next is basic shaft. A shaft whose upper deviation is zero is called basic shaft. Next is basic hole. A hole whose lower deviation is zero is called basic hole. Here is a basic shaft and this is the basic hole. Next is design size. The size from which the limits of size are derived by application of tolerances is called design size. The design size is same as the basic size when there is a allowance. Next is tolerance zone. This is the tolerance zone here. The zone bounded by two limits of size of the part in a graphically representation of tolerance is called tolerance zone. It is defined by its magnitude and position in relation to zero line. So these are the some definitions concerning tolerance and limit system, that is size, actual size, limits of size, maximum limit of size, minimum limit of size, nominal size, basic size, zero line, basic shaft, basic hole, design size, tolerance zone. Now next, that is the allowance. Now we will discuss about allowance. The dimensional difference between shaft and the hole for any type of fit is called allowance. If it's a simple thing that if a shaft is exact 60 diameter and the hole is exact 60 diameter, then you can't insert the shaft to a hole. There must be some allowance for the fitting there, for matching there, for mating there. This is called the allowance. We can divide into two categories, that is maximum allowance and minimum allowance. So let's discuss the maximum allowance. The difference between maximum size of the hole and minimum size of the shaft is called maximum allowance or positive allowance. Mathematically, we can say that the maximum allowance is maximum size of hole minus minimum size of hole. So in this case, we have maximum hole size, that is 40.05, and the minimum shaft size is 40.07. So if we want to know the maximum allowance, then we will mathematically calculate that 40.05 minus 40.07, that means the maximum allowance is minus 0.02 mm, and in the same case, that is the minimum allowance. The difference between minimum size of the hole and maximum size of the shaft is called minimum allowance or negative allowance. In this case, that the minimum size of the hole is 40.02 and the maximum size of shaft is 40.09. So 40.02 minus 40.09 is minus 0.07 mm. So this is the minus 0.07 is the minimum allowance. Next is deviation. Deviation is defined as the algebraic difference between a size, that is actual minimum and maximum, and the corresponding basic size. The magnitude and sign of the deviation is obtained by subtracting the basic size from the limit problem. Deviation can be divided into four types, that is actual deviation, upper deviation, lower deviation, and fundamental deviation. So let's discuss the actual deviation in first. The algebraic difference between actual size and the corresponding basic size is called actual deviation. Next is upper deviation. The algebraic difference between the maximum limit of size and the corresponding basic size is called upper deviation. And in this figure you can see this is the upper deviation here. This one here. So next is the lower deviation. The algebraic difference between the minimum limit of size and the corresponding basic size is called lower deviation. This is the lower deviation. Next is fundamental deviation. Fundamental deviation in this figure is here. It is one of the two deviations which are conventionally chosen to define the position of the tolerance zone in relation to the zero line. This is zero line, and this is the fundamental deviations here. Next is clearance. The difference between size of the hole and size of the shaft, allowing relative movement between them, is called clearance. It may be minimum, maximum, and mean clearance. So let's discuss first maximum clearance. Maximum clearance is there. This one is the maximum. This is a shaft. This is a minimum dia, and this is a maximum dia here. This is minimum dia, and this is maximum dia. And in this case of hole, that this is the maximum dia and this is the minimum dia. Here is the minimum clearance and maximum clearance. So let's discuss maximum clearance. The difference between the maximum size of hole and the minimum size of the shaft is called maximum clearance. As you can see, this is the maximum dia of the hole and this is the minimum dia of the shaft. So this is called the maximum clearance. And in the same case, minimum clearance, that this is the minimum dia of the hole and this is the maximum dia of the shaft. So this is called minimum clearance. The difference between the minimum size of the hole and the maximum size of shaft is called maximum clearance. And next is the mean clearance, means the arithmetical mean of the maximum and minimum clearance is the known as mean clearance. If the maximum clearance is 18 and minimum clearance is 10, so we can know that the mean clearance is 14 by adding minimum and maximum clearance and then divide by 2. Then you can gain the mean clearance. Next is fits. The term which is used to signify the range of tightness or looseness between two mating parts, that is shaft and hole, is called fits. It may be classified into clearance fit, interference fit, and transition fit. So first of all, we will discuss about clearance fit. The type of fit which provides sufficient clearance between two mating parts is called clearance fit. In this type of fit, an internal member fits in an external and leaves an air gap between them. In this figure, show this here, figure number A, clearance fit, shows the condition of clearance fit. The largest shaft is 29.98 and the smallest hole is 30 mm, which provide 0.02 mm clearance between the hole and shaft. It may be slide and fit easy, slide fit, running fit, and loose running fit. Next is interference fit. Interference fit. This type of fit which provides negative allowance between the largest hole and the smallest shift is called interference fit. It has a definite interference of metal for all possible conditions. In this figure, the condition of interference fit is there in this figure here in the B part. In this figure, the smallest shaft is 30.03 mm and the largest diameter is 30.02, so that there is an actual interference of metal amounting at least 0.01 mm. It may be shrink fit, light dry fit, and heavy dry fit. Next is C part, that is here, that is the transition fit. This type of fit either may be clearance or interference fit. The smallest shaft, as you can in this figure, you can see that in the C part that the smallest diameter of the shaft is 30.02, will fit in largest hole 30.05 mm with 0.03 mm clearance fit. On the other hand, the largest shaft 30.07 mm will have to be forced into the smallest hole, that is 30.00 mm with interference fit. So transition fit is a combination of clearance fit and interference fit. There is some tightness and there is some looseness will be there. In the part of these three fits, there are some other fits that generally used in a mechanical field, that is called first running fit. In this type of fit, one part can be assembled into the other so as to slide or rotate freely, for example shaft rotating in bearing. Next is push fit. This type of fit in which there is no sufficient clearance between two mating parts is called push fit. In this type of fit, light hand pressure is used to fit one part into another, for example locating plugs, dowel, etc. Next is driving fit. This type of fit in which one part can be assembled into another with small hand push or medium pressure is called driving fit. For example, a pulley is fitted on a shaft with a key. Next is forced fit. This type of fit in which one part can be assembled into another either with great pressure or the whole is expanded by heating is called force fit. It is a permanent type of fit, for example cart wheel, rail wheel fitting, etc. Next is there are some system of fits. Generally there are two most commonly used system of fits, that is hole basis system and shaft basis system. First of all we will discuss hole basis system. The system in which the size of hole is fixed and the size of the shaft is increased or decreased to obtain different types of fits is called hole basis system. The hole basis system is more expensive in use because a hole is more difficult to produce than a shaft due to fixed character of hole producing tools. The latter symbol for this is H. Next is shaft basis system. The system in which the size of shaft is fixed and the size of the hole is increased or decreased to obtain different types of fits is called shaft basis system. In this system, different clearance and interferences are obtained in associating various holes with a single shaft whose upper deviation is 0 and the letter of symbol is small h. So these are the introduction to limits and fits, their types, what are allowances, what are clearance, what are system of fits, what is a interference fit, what is a clearance fit. We all discussed. Hope you learn these limit of fits. And here is the references of this PPT. Now in the last we have to discuss about Mission Fateh program. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਫਤਿਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਚਲਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਹਦਾਇਤਾਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ ਕਰੋਨਾ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਨ ਲਈ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਣ ਲਈ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਆਪਣਿਆਂ ਲਈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਹਦਾਇਤ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਘਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਮਾਸਕ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ, ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਘਰ ਤੋਂ ਆਓਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਸਾਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੱਥ ਧੋਣੇ ਤੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੱਥ ਧੋਂਦੇ ਰਹੋ। ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸਿੰਗ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਐਸੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਭੀੜ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਗੈਪ ਹੈ ਉਹ 2 ਗਜ ਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ 2 ਗਜ ਦੀ ਦੂਰੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਮਾਸਕ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ, ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਨੱਕ ਤੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਨੂੰ ਹੱਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਉਣਾ। ਅਗਰ ਜਦ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੰਬਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਸਹੂਲਤ ਮਿਲ ਸਕੇ। ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਫਤਿਹ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਪਣਾਓਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਜੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰੋਨਾ ਦੇ ਵਿਰੁੱਧ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜੰਗ ਛਿੜੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਤ ਸਕੀਏ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।